purpose of this video presentation is to describe the elements of a Certificate of Analysis, or C of A, for gas mixtures intended for use with EPA protocols. The information on a C of A will vary depending upon the type of mixture. We will review those differences. The EPA has published guidelines for the laboratory certification and cylinder documentation of EPA protocol gas standards. The EPA document, entitled EPA Traceability Protocol for Assay and Certification of Gaseous Calibration Standards, was most recently updated in 1997. The protocol covers not only documentation, but also the handling of standards, calibration of instrumentation, assay procedures, and so forth. You can find the document on the Internet at the EPA website at the web address shown. Note that the EPA publishes this document in 12 different pieces. The guidelines in the EPA document have a direct impact on the information provided by gas suppliers. The EPA document requires that 2 levels of documentation are applied to each EPA protocol cylinder, a C of A and a tag. It is also useful to note that the EPA requires that laboratory records be maintained for 3 years. In this video, we will review an example of a reactive multiple minor component EPA protocol C of A and tag. Then we will highlight the differences that pertain to the C of A for non-reactive and for NOx EPA protocols. The EPA document states that the C of A must have the following information. The green circled numbers correspond to citations in section 2.1.4 of the EPA document. 1 is the cylinder identification number or serial number. 2 is the certified minor component concentration in ppm mole or percent mole. 3 is the balance gas in the gas mixture. 4 is the cylinder pressure at the time of certification. The minimum cylinder pressure is cited elsewhere on the C of A. 5 is the date of the assay certification. 6 is the certification expiration date based on the EPA specified certification period. You can find information about certification periods in the Matheson Tri-Gas catalog. Each product listing in the catalog contains information on the certification period for that specific gas product. This information is also contained in the MTG EPA Protocol Capability Spreadsheet. Please contact us at info@mathesontrigas.com. Items 1 to 6 are similar on all EPA protocol certificates. The example here is a reactive multiple minor component EPA protocol mixture. In this case, the mixture contains nitric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and carbon dioxide, with nitrogen dioxide as an analyzed impurity. This specific mixture is for compliance with 40 CFR 75, known as the acid rain protocol. Further down the page is the section of the C of A covering the traceable reference standards used to prepare the mixture, which is item number 7 in the EPA protocol. Information about each one of the reference standards is documented here, including 7A, the NIST SRM number, 7B, the NIST sample number, 7C, the cylinder identification or serial number, 7D, the certified concentration, 7E, an indication that the reference standard is SRM, PRM, NTRM, or GMIS. In the upper right section of the certificate is a statement that the assay and certification were performed according to the EPA protocol, and also listed is the assay procedure used. The example shown here used procedure G1. The EPA requires the statement not to use the cylinder when cylinder pressure is below 150 psig. That statement, corresponding to item number 4, appears here. Assay certification date, number 5, is repeated for each component in this area of the C of A. Some information on a Matheson Tri-Gas C of A is not required by the EPA. This additional information is indicated here by the blue AI boxes, and it includes reference number, lot number, and individual results of replicate measurements. Item 9 in Section 2.1.4 of the EPA protocol requires that the certificate state the analytical method used in the component assay. This information is highlighted with the number 9 on this C of A. In addition, Matheson Trigas provides illuminating additional information, including a specific identification of the certification instruments used and the last calibration dates for each. Item 10 of the protocol states that the certificate must identify the specialty gas producer or other laboratory where the standard was assayed and certified. Matheson Trigas EPA protocol standards are all assayed and certified in our own laboratories. If you have any questions about a particular mixture, contact the Matheson Trigas manufacturing location listed at the top right corner of the C of A. Continuing with our numerical reference to Section 2.1.4 of the EPA protocol, the Notes section at the bottom of the certificate would contain, when applicable, 11. A chronological record of all certifications for the standard. 12. A statement if a certified concentration of a specified component has been corrected for analytical interferences from other specified components. Note that we repeat the assay certification information, Item 8, in this section, and that additional information includes the analyst's name and analysis date. Moving back up to the top of the form, the final required item is item number 13, an estimate of the total uncertainty associated with the assay of the candidate standard. This estimate must include the uncertainties of the reference standards, the analyzer multipoint calibration uncertainty, and any interference correction. At this point, we have completed the fundamental discussion and walkthrough of a typical certificate of analysis for EPA protocol mixtures and the ways in which Matheson Trigas complies with EPA documentation requirements. 5. Date of the assay certification. 6. Certification expiration date. The expiration date is calculated as the certification date plus the EPA specified certification period. 8. Statement that the assay certification was performed according to this protocol and the assay procedure used. 10. Identification of the specialty gas producer where the standard was assayed and certified. Please note that Item 7 pertains to reference standards and Item 9 refers to instrumentation. This information is on the C of A, but is not included on the cylinder tag. That concludes our review of the cylinder documentation for EPA protocol mixtures. We hope the information presented in this video has been helpful. We welcome your comments about this video or ideas about other topics you would like us to cover in future videos. For any questions about reading a certificate of analysis or any other specialty gas need, please do not hesitate to contact customer service or send us an email at info@mathesontrigas.com. Thank you for choosing Matheson Trigas, the gas professionals.